Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Paris Saint-Germain twice failed to lure Marcus Rashford to the Parc des Princes in the past, as the forward prepares to face the League One side with Aston Villa in the Champions League on Wednesday night. The England star has been strongly linked with the French club during his time with Manchester United, but a move failed to materialise. Rashford has since joined Aston Villa on loan from Old Trafford and has been a huge hit. The 27-year-old has 3 goals and 4 assists since linking up with Unai Emery's men, and can now look forward to a Champions League quarter-final tie. However, Rashford could be playing for the French Giants if they had got their way after being linked with the forward many times in the past. Their interest dates back to 2022, when it emerged they were willing to hand the England international a lucrative contract worth an incredible £400,000 a week after scoring 30 goals that season. He ended up penning a new deal with United worth £325,000 a week. Then in March 2024, as revealed by Mirror Football, PSG were said to be confident they could take advantage of Rashford's uncertainty at Old Trafford after struggling in the 2023-24 season and were plotting a £75 million opening bid. Luis Enrique's men were seeking to replace the outgoing Kylian Mbappe and needed a reliable forward who could guarantee them goals, and the man himself even endorsed a move for Rashford. Mbappe hailed Rashford's quality after he netted a coolly taken against PSG for Manchester United in 2019. He also scored twice against them the following year. When you take a penalty in that situation, how much practice you have put on the training ground doesn't matter, Mbappe said after the first encounter in 2019. It's about confidence, added the Frenchman. He's a player who plays with so much confidence. He's one of the most dangerous forward players in England. Paul Pogba has spoken about how special he is, and he doesn't talk about players in such a way often. A move for Rashford didn't come to fruition, primarily because United were holding out for a figure of around £100 million. PSG didn't end up signing any forward player to replace Mbappe in the end last summer, as they stuck with Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, Goncalo Ramos, Lee Kang-in, and youngster Desire Doué. But the club did add another dangerous forward to their squad in January after the arrival of Napoli's Ivica Kvaratskhelia for a fee of around £70 million, around the same price they were initially willing to spend on Rashford. Manchester United are set to revamp their squad in the summer, with several players expected to depart when their contracts expire. Christian Eriksen has admitted he is likely to leave Old Trafford at the end of the season, having not had any contact about an extension. I haven't been told anything, and since I haven't, I assume the collaboration will end, he told TV2 recently. That's how I interpret it. Everyone knows my contract is expiring, so I expect there's only one way this will go. I haven't thought much about it. In my mind, I'm prepared to find something new. What that will be, I haven't decided yet. I don't have anything specific that I really want to try, so I'll see what comes along and what fits me and my family. Victor Lindelof has also said no talks have been had about his future and admitted he doesn't know what will happen. Johnny Evans and Tom Heaton are also out of contract in the summer, but a report from the Daily Mail claims that the pair could remain at United as coaches. It is claimed that both Evans and Heaton could follow in the footsteps of Phil Jones, who has been working with the academy players at Carrington since he retired from football in 2024. It's been great with Phil. He is with us weekly, United's under-18s boss Adam Lawrence told the Manchester Evening News of Jones's impact. He spends time with the under-14s and under-18s as well, so he gets to experience like the different age groups of the academy. But for us, he's been great. He's obviously from the club in terms of his background and what he's done here, and I think as well for the players to not just learn from him in terms of the areas of his game and his knowledge, but also some of the off-the-field stuff and what they're going through, whether it be team selection, how you prepare for games, diet, nutrition. Myself and Colin, Little, have really appreciated him being involved in the programme, and he's added some real value in a different way. Hopefully, we've given him the opportunity to start coaching on the field with players. I know he's been of massive value and he'll continue to do that as well. Jones is currently taking the UEFA Pro Licence coaching course and eventually hopes to become a manager. I don't think you can be just a head coach and I don't think you can be just a manager, he recently told ESPN. I've seen managers be tremendous managers, but not so much on the grass and they've fallen short. And I've seen it the other way where they've been terrific head coaches but not quite have the understanding of the players and the management. In this day and age, you have to be both and you have to have a good understanding of both. It's about managing players and managing people and managing egos. I'm not naive enough to think that I'm going to become a head coach or a manager in the next 2 or 3 years. I understand that now I'm on the other side of the ladder where I've got to work myself up and build myself up. But I'm absolutely ready to do that. When I visualize and I try to manifest where I want to be in 5 years' time, I want to be the guy taking the team. I want to be the guy making the decisions and having support and backing from the club and the owners and choosing that right moment to step in at that time. I'm a winner. I want to win games of football and I win at all costs. Whether that means I have to change personnel or go down a different route to get results, it's a results business game. Manchester United are preparing to face Lyon in the quarter-finals of the Europa League on Thursday following their goalless draw in the Manchester derby. Both sides drew a blank in a disappointing showing at Old Trafford on Sunday, but United still have plenty to play for. With Ruben Amorim's side sat 13th in the Premier League, their Europa League campaign has taken on even greater significance. If they can get past Lyon and win the semi-final and final of the competition, then a place in next season's Champions League awaits for United. While that is still a tall order for a team who continue to struggle for consistency, it is the only plausible route back into the big time for Amorim. The Portuguese coach has already got one eye on the summer transfer window, where the club are plotting the much-needed major overhaul. A striker is just one of the positions that desperately needs to be addressed, and there is news on that front in the latest headlines from United Report. Ipswich Town. Forward Liam Delap is at the top of Manchester United's transfer wish list this summer, it has been claimed. Delap has scored 12 goals in 30 Premier League matches for the Tractor Boys this season, and their pending relegation to the Championship will trigger a release clause in his contract. The 22-year-old striker will become available for £40 million, and he is the club's #1 target, ahead of Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres and Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt. Osimhen is on loan at Galatasaray currently and has just 18 months left on his Napoli deal. Gyökeres worked under Amorim at Sporting and has a remarkable 44 goals in 44 games this season, while Ekitike has managed 19 at Frankfurt. Manchester United will be heading out to Hong Kong and Malaysia after the Premier League season ends. They will fly out to Kuala Lumpur straight after their last domestic game on May 25th, before playing against ASEAN All-Stars on May 28th. The two-match tour will reportedly earn United £10 million, with Chief Executive Omar Barada mentioning the significant additional revenue it will drive in the press release. All the club's biggest stars will be expected to jet out to the Far East to satisfy sponsors and the fans. It comes despite increased concerns among players and experts about burnout and injuries, and environmental commitments. Club co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe has emphasised the need to drive more revenue and suggested the club could have gone bust in the winter without his widespread cost-cutting. United legend Paul Scholes is worried that he is painting himself as a villain through his continued criticism of his former club. Scholes says he only works on United matches these days, due to his interest in their progress, but has had little to compliment them on in recent years. Ever since I've started doing it, it's not been great United's performances, he said on the Overlap fan debate. I don't think I saw them win for a long time, and you look terrible having a go at your club when that's the club you played for. For 20 years, it's the last thing you want. It'd be so easy if you were a Manchester City player for the last 10 years. Where we are now, it makes you look like a bit of a villain.